So I figured that I could upgrade this for nothing. As many bits as I can replace with bits from my mandrel. Let's go and get me reamer. I was aiming for a smaller hammer, but I couldn't find one. You might want to look away now. I can't pretend it's not happened, can I? This is turning into a nightmare. Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. So this week I thought we'd get stuck into an upgrade project of the old Troublemaker. Just reviewed a few weeks ago. So if you saw that, I said in that review that I basically wanted to change everything. I mean, it's fine as it is for what it is, but it had some issues. The tuners in particular, and it's got some fussy coil split shenanigans going on, which is fine, but it's not for me. So what I said I wanted to do was change the tuners, change the wiring, simplify it, change the pickups at the same time, why not? And maybe de-bling it a little bit, because it's gold, which is fine, it's a look, but I do wonder if it might not look a bit nicer with nickel finish. Or rather, it might be more to my taste for this particular guitar. I don't mind a bit of gold on the right guitar. Does it work for this one? I don't know. I think it does. You know, I'm on the fence. But that might not be a choice anyway, and I'll tell you why. Well, I'll tell you why now, because in that review, when I said, oh, I want to change all this, there's a lot of comments. Thank you for that. Saying, yeah, it'd cost you a bit, wouldn't it? You know, by the time you've done all that, you might as well just buy something else, which is a fair point. Yeah, fair point. I'll give you that. However, having said that, I've been modifying guitars and taking them apart and fiddling around with them for quite a few years now, way before I started the YouTube channel. Like most of you, I like a bit of a tinkering every now and then. So I've got some bits in my man drawer. I don't know if you guys in the rest of the world, i.e. not in the UK, will even get that reference, but man drawer's a thing here, you know, where we keep all our bits and pieces, you know, offcuts of string and stuff, tools you have no idea what they belong to or where they came from. Stuff, you know, your man drawer. I've got a collection of bits in mine. But it's not really a man drawer, it's a collection of man drawers and boxes and stuff, which is full of guitar parts. So I figured that I could upgrade this for nothing, for no outlay whatsoever. So that's what this film's about. What I'm aiming to do is change all of these bits, as many bits as I can, as many bits as I can replace with bits from my man drawer. So that's what we're doing. I don't know how long this is going to take. It might run over more than 1 week. I suspect it might do. So strap yourselves in. We'll go on a little bit of a journey. We'll have a rifle through my drawers, see what I've got, see what I can use for this, and then obviously at the end we'll play it and see what it sounds like, and look at it and see if I've ruined it. So yeah, strap yourselves in. Timestamps are in the description box. If you're in a hurry, just skip forward to something that interests you rather than me just blathering on. If you've got a little bit of time on your hands though, you know the score. Go and make yourself a drink, cup of tea, coffee, something a little bit harder. Get yourself some nibbles and come back and chill out and let's do it. Yeah, let's get stuck in. So I suppose the best place to start is, let's take it apart. Yeah, start at the very beginning. Now this is very much going to be a make it up as you go along project, because depending what I've got back there will dictate what I do to it. So let's just take these bits off. I'm going to start up this end because the tuners were the things that really gave us issues. Look, you can see now. They all seem to have about a quarter of a turn play before they engage with the cogs, which I didn't like at all. So join me, let's go back and have a look. Let's have a rifle around in my drawers and see what I've got. I've got this funny little camera, so you can join me and let's see if I can get it to work. Seems to be recording. Let's go and have a look and see what we got. Right. So I don't know if you know, but there's a door here. This is the control room. You've seen this, if you saw the studio tour that I did back up, 50,000 sub special last year. You'll have seen this. This is where I work. This is where I do all the editing. And in here, well, this is my rehearsal room, which doesn't get used, unfortunately, since I've not been playing with the band. But apart from housing my man drawers. Look, oh, actually, it's a mechanic's tool chest full of stuff, and obviously there's stuff all over the floor. There you go, stuff. There's my scales and stuff. More stuff. Stuff. Oh, look, more stuff here. Yeah. Ah, tuners. Bits and bobs of guitars, bits and bobs. See, I've got loads of stuff. I'll show you just briefly. Tools. I mean, look, luthier stuff. Well, yeah, loosely. Yeah, it's my reamer. I might need that. Yeah, bits and bobs. Look, stuff. Yeah, radius gauges. Ah, there you go. Some pots. We'll come back and look at that stuff in a bit. Stuff. Ah, this bits here, bridges. There you go. See various bridges. Ah, look, yeah, all sorts of stuff there. Pickups. Look how many pickups I've got. Some good ones as well. Look, what's that? Seymour Duncan. So I don't know what that is. What's that? Does it say? SH4. Yeah, that's a JB, isn't it? More pickups. But let's start with the tuners. So I've got Goto. This is a set. I know there's only 5 of those though, because I had to buy a whole set to replace one dodgy tuner. What was it on my Fender? I think my Joe Strummer that I used to have. These F-style ones I bought to put on my 73 telly, because one of them was a little bit, yeah. But I discovered that would have needed to ream the headstock, so I didn't put them on, obviously. So I've got these. I think they'll be perfect for our Troublemaker project. Okay. So these are 70s style screws. F-style. See the F's on them. And as I said in there, I bought these for my 73 Telecaster, but discovered that they were bigger. They didn't fit in the holes, and I didn't want to start reaming out an original vintage telly. So here they are. They'll do on that. I don't mind reaming this out. So what we'll do is, well, let's take the neck off. Let's take the tuners off, and then we'll see if they fit. But as I say, let's take the neck off first. Started dropping things already. Obviously, you don't have to go to the trouble of actually taking the neck off just to change the tuners, but I thought it'd be easier to separate the two pieces as we go on. There you go. Hey, look, what does that say? LE, that's the same as the label inside that we didn't see properly when I was reviewing it. So it says LE, limited edition, Troublemaker, I reckon, TM Telly Deluxe LR. This is where it all falls apart. LR PPG GH MI BLK. Well, that'd be black, wouldn't it? GH Gold Hardware PPG. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's what that says. That's what the neck pocket looks like. So let's get this bit out of the way. I wonder if they'll go straight in. No. Right, let's get these bushings out anyway. So rubber mallet, something that is not going to go through the hole and you're not going to damage, and oh, came out. I did get my finger squashed underneath it though, so be careful of that. I should have a block of wood or something really, but I think I can probably do it. I'm going to get a block of wood or something. Even better, I remembered I used that before. It's a rubber sanding block. Perfect. It should be anyway. You see, it's cracked the, shit. It's cracked the paint on the headstock already. I fucked it up already. I don't believe it. I can't pretend it's not happened, can I? Jesus Christ. See, I'm what's known as a bit of a bodger, or maybe I'm just in a bit of a hurry when I do stuff like this. And really what I probably should have done is taken the time to look for something that was a better fit. I mean, that's not bad though, is it? I thought, oh, that'll do as a punch. Anyway, whatever you do, don't ask me to work on your guitar. There you go. It's cracked. Can you see that? It's cracked. Let's do a close-up of that. There you go. Lovely crack chip out there as well. Chip out on the back. Couple of chips out on the back. I've well and truly fucked that up, haven't I? So anybody else would have cut that out and just got a pen out probably and pretended it hadn't happened. But the first thing to do, if you're going to do this for yourself, probably don't. Right. Now, what I have to do is ream the holes out so that these fit. Let's hope and just check that the hole spacing's big enough, shall we, first? Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. And obviously there'll be extra holes to drill, so let's go and get me reamer. What I'll do now is I'll just put a little bit of masking tape along here, because this could actually make it a lot worse, because I'm going to have to... Oh well. And I've got a bit of plenty tissue here to gather the mess. I'm not sure how much I'm going to have to do. Let's just make a start and find out. It's easy to do this and easy to fuck it up even more. Hopefully the masking tape's going to stop it splitting it anymore. First time I ever did this job, I decided to take the neck down to the garage, and I've got a pillar drill. I thought, well, I'll just hold the neck and just use a pillar drill. Go like that. Don't do that. It doesn't work, because what happens is the drill catches and it rips the neck out your hand, and it's now spinning round. I'm not sure this is that much better. Oh, okay. I think the masking tape's done its job. I was convinced I'd fucked it up completely. It didn't stop me though, did it? It's funny. It's not actually a cheap guitar either, is it? Really? You might want to practice this on a Harley Benton first. Or just buy a Harley Benton in the first place. Okay. God, look, I hardly even noticed, will it? Okay. So, now what should happen is, without too much faffing around, if I've drilled the holes or reamed the holes properly, these should go in. I don't want them to be a loose fit, and I also don't want them to be too tight. Probably could have done with a little bit more actually, couldn't I? I'm going to do them a little bit more. Little trick, I'm going to pop these in the freezer for 10 minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because when they go cold, they'll shrink a little bit. Make it easier to get them in. little pack of bushings. Got ice out them. Well, they're cold. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Gonna need to get a hammer. Just help them in, I think. I don't really want to do that, but I don't want to be loose and flopping around, do I? So, go get a hammer. I was aiming for a smaller hammer, but I couldn't find one. You might want to look away now. Yeah, I know this is not the right way of doing it. It needed a hard surface, and I've managed to do it without breaking it anymore. There you go. Right. Simple job. It's already turned into a right dog's dinner, isn't it? It's really hot here today as well. Can you see how much I'm sweating? I'm not that sure if that's from the heat or what. Hey! No issues so far fitting these. That's the right way up. So what I'm going to do is put them all in a line. I hope they fit well. Right, I'm not going to pretend that went according to plan, because it didn't. I hadn't reamed these holes out sufficiently for these to fit all the way in, and because because I'd had to force these in, I weren't about to take them out so I could ream again. So I've just spent the last hour with a bit of sandpaper doing this. Just making the holes big enough to fit these fuckers. And now they just about do. So on to the next step, which is drilling holes. Oh dear, oh dear. Look. So I'm going to line them all up, and they're very tight. They're very tight. You see that, okay? When I say tight, I mean between the tuners, there's, I think they'll fit all right. There's not a lot of wiggle room. There you go. So obviously the holes are in completely different places where they've got 2 holes on each tuner. So, Brado. What I've decided to do is fit 3 of them first, because there's a very finely balanced ecosystem of where they kind of fit together. There's no wiggle room. So what I've done is I've drilled 2 holes. Let's get those locked in, and then they'll be secure, won't they? That's the idea anyway. Fucking hell. It should be such an easy job, shouldn't it? You have to be careful of stuff like this as well, because it's so easy to shear screws like this. This is turning into a nightmare. Okay. Okay. The end result's actually quite pleasing. You see that? What a job though, or what a meal I made of it. I'm going to remove this string tree. Do you know, I don't know if I've got a nickel string tree anywhere. This is going to be the challenge, finding nickel parts to replace everything. Thank fuck I've got those on now. There you go. That's it for today. I'm just going to go home now. I'll be back in a minute, which will be tomorrow. Okay, and we'll carry on. I'm exhausted. See you in a bit. Here we are, we're back. It's day 2 of, I'm going to call this the Troublecaster upgrade now. Day 2 of the Troublecaster upgrade, and all we've done is change the bloody tuners. They look all right, but we did crack the headstock paint, which is a bit of a shame. But there you go. I've just edited that film. We're half an hour in already, and that's all we got to show for it. So what I thought we'd do is crack on a little bit before we end this episode. What we're going to do now is we're going to change the hardware. Tailpiece and bridge. Going to replace these with nickel items, which hopefully I've got in me man drawer. So let's go and rifle around and see what we've got, shall we? And get on with it. Yeah. Got me funny camera. Let's go. Right, this is the drawer of loads of bridges and tailpieces and studs and stuff. Some new bits that I've bought, like this. This is it's a Faber Germany bridge with nylon saddles that I still haven't used yet. This is a gold Gibson ABR1 that I've actually bought that for my new old Les Paul Custom for when the original collapses. It's still hanging on at the moment, but eventually it probably will. And we've got all sorts of other various items from previous projects. B2, I think that's off of Gretsch or something. Look, we've got a badass. Tone Pros badass. That's probably off of a Gibson. We'll take that. That's an Epiphone tone lock tone. We'll take that. There's another one, something there, maybe another Gibson with some studs and bushings. We'll have that. Epiphone lock tone. I think we're going to go with that for the bridge. And what else we got? That's a roller bridge. We don't want that. What's this? Oh, yep, some posts and bushings. Might need those. I think that's all we need. Yeah, right, let's go. Now, the one thing I don't think I do have is bushings for a bridge, unfortunately. So, this is the Epiphone nickel. It's nice and light, that. I'm going to change the posts, but I don't have the bushings. So we're going to have to leave, for now at least, these gold bushings. They won't really be, well, they won't be obvious, will they? It's a shame, but you know. Right, what have we got? Let's see if we've got some posts. Should go straight in. Well, I say that, this is a Squier and not an Epiphone. Oh, although we do know that Squier use Epiphone parts from time to time, so yeah, there was no problem with that at all. It's gone in. Wouldn't it be good if today goes really easy? Ta-da! There you go. Now, as far as the tailpiece bushings go, oh look, I think I have some. Well, I have some. I definitely have some. I've got another bag of them in there. Getting the right size might be a challenge. That looks the right size, but we won't really know until we've taken that out. So let's get a bit of a stud or something so that we can pull that out. I'll show you how to do that. Right, back in a sec. Little bit of stud from the last set of bushings that I removed, and I found them as well with it, so I thought I'd bring them in as well in case we needed them. So that drops in. You put the post back in. You get your screwdriver. you screw it down. And what should happen, oh, I hope it doesn't crack the paint as it comes up. Oh well, in for a penny. There you go, can you see that coming up? So if you keep seeing me looking over there, it's because I've got a monitor. There you go, it's easy, easy. And then the studs got stuck to the bottom. Play silly buggers. There you go. Piece of piss, they call that here in Essex. There you go. Handy little tool. It's a bit of stud. Right. I'm very pleased with myself about that, aren't I? So these are the ones that have just come out. These look identical. So let's use these ones. Whereas these ones that I had there, can you see that? That, oh, that could have been fraught with a lot of banging. Hopefully these won't involve too much banging. Let's see. Let's not speak too soon. I mean, really. There will be banging. Where's my mallet? There you go. Not much though, was there? I can't see that's the one. So I'm mumbling to myself, sorry. I'm still thinking out loud, really. So we've got choices. We've got the Epiphone one, or we've got, I think that's a Gibson one, but that's heavier than that. So I'm going to go that way. There you go. Well, that was slightly easier than yesterday. These bushings are bugging me. Let's go and have a look and see if we can find some. This is a long shot. This is an unloved, a vintage, their version of the SG Junior that I bought for nothing. It's got a really twisted neck, so I never did anything with it. It has some bridge bushes. Oh, no, they won't work, will they? Because that was a tail bridge, wasn't it? Hang on. This is the post that's come out. If that screws in there, I'll be amazed. I'm amazed. All right, so let's pull those up and see if they fit in there. That'd be a fucking hell. After yesterday, wouldn't that be good? If things went my way. Surely not. I used the originals to pull those out, I think, so that I don't bugger up the top screw top slot like I have on that one already. Okay. They look the same. Oh man. Hammer. Rubber mallet, should I say. Whoa, wow. What is the chances of that happening? There's probably the earth wire down there, isn't there? Ah, fuck. Come on. That hurt. But the good news is we've now got nickel stuff, and these are aged actually as well, aren't they? There you go. That's better. I'm happier now. It was kind of, you know, my OCD. I couldn't have lived with leaving them. There are potentially a few parts I'm going to have to leave as gold. Well, let's put it. Look, let's finish doing this, and then we'll talk about what's next. There you go. Nickel. Now, I think that's enough for this week. I'm going to obviously I'm not going to finish it and put it back together and play it. Hence, you've already been listening to other guitars or guitar. I haven't decided yet, but I shall run in some music to try and fill the gaps for all the banging and screwing and poking, which is pretty much all this film is. And next will be the pickups and the wiring, which is, I think that's going to be a film on its own, isn't it? Particularly, I mean, I'm going to have to replace the switch and the jack, probably, or at least the nut. Actually, it looks like just a gold nut. That cup looks like gold. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything about that. But we'll be able to replace the pickups with uncovered pickups, so they won't be gold. I'm going to replace all the screws if I can. All the screws, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't got any silver witch hat knobs, so I've actually ordered some, so they'll be here. They're £2.90 each, which is all right, isn't it? I've got some of them on order. You can never have too many witch hat knobs anyway, can you? So that is, oh, I've got screws on the back as well, God. So that's where we're at so far with the Mandraw Troublecaster. I think that's what we're calling it. Oh yeah, they need doing as well. I've got some of them. I know I've got some of them. So there you go. That's fuck knows what that was. It's definitely not one the YouTube algorithm wants. I hope it was what you want. I hope that was something entertaining. Just, you know, worth taking the piss out of me, really, isn't it, for messing things up? Anyway, that's what it was. So, and that's all for this week. So, thanks for joining us as always. I'm going to finish this project next week, so please come back and watch me replace all the wiring. There'll be soldering. I've got some nice pickups. We'll rifle through the Mandraw and choose some pickups for it next week. So that's it. Yeah, same time, same place next week. I'll see you then, I hope. All right, look forward to it. Cheers for now. Ta-da.